living your lives. We're not African. We're not black. We're not Jamaican. We are from the 12 tribes of Israel. And this high time you ain't gotta sleep. Christianity is a damn sure. Christianity is a threat to our people.
This is reality.
That's right.
This is reality. We're gonna show you why. You have destroyed yourself. So we're supposed to give a warning. We're not judging you, we're warning you.
What have we seen any change? Have we seen anything that has changed our people? Changed our neighborhood? What's up, bro? How you doing? What's your name? Hold on. Get that right. There you go. How you doing? You all right? What's your name? Robert? Hey, Robert, have you ever heard that you was an Israelite according to the Bible? Have you ever heard that you was an Israelite according to the Bible?
Yes,
you heard. So, okay.
As far as license slavery, that
all right, since you heard that, Robert, okay, check that side and tell me where you from. What's your, what tribe you from? Since you heard that, whether it was... Your father, is he American black? So all right, you come from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
All right, so let me ask you something. What next? So what next? Because you heard that you came from the tribe of Judah. You heard that this history relates and correlates to our people. So what next? What's the next thing that we do?
You know.
You got it.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 verse 12.
Bring it up.
Now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Because God requires something from you. So now you got to understand, now you got to bring yourself to the understanding of what does God require from you. He wants something from you.
Right. But to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
So you got to serve the Lord thy God with all your heart and with all your soul. Read.
To keep the commandments of the Lord.
To keep, it's more than just 10. Hold on, Robert, we're gonna touch on that real quick.
Because you know what I mean?
Right, no, I hear you going off of what you learned. So that's why we're out here to teach our people. We're here to teach you, Robert. We love our people. That's why we out here, bro.
That's
so
right.
Understand something. Now we're gonna get fear real quick. Psalm 111 and 120. Because one thing you gotta understand, because it said to fear the Lord thy God. So you gotta understand how to fear God. You gotta understand what fear is.
119. Right.
Psalm chapter 111 verse 10.
Read up.
Fear of the
119.
119, 120. Sorry.
Psalm chapter 119 verse 120.
Read.
My flesh trembleth for fear of thee.
The Psalm says, my flesh trembleth for fear of thee. King David, read.
And I am afraid of thy judgment.
And we are afraid of his judgment. Because if you're not keeping God's laws, judgment is going to fall upon you.
Right.
So now you got to understand something. Because you know you're from the tribe of Judah, he requires that you follow his commandments.
Right.
So let me ask you something. Do you love God? You trying to do what? Trying to give you a time on earth. So in other words, you love him, but you're seeking him. You're searching for him. All right, give me 1 John. 1 John chapter 5.
Bring it up.
John chapter 5 verse 3.
Because if you love God, there is a certain thing you got to do. We can't call God on the phone and say, hey, God, I love you today. You can't write him a postcard. You can't give him a hug. So there's a certain thing you got to do to show him that you love him.
Right. For this is the love of God.
So this is how you show God you love him. Read.
That we keep his commandments.
That you keep his commandments. So to show God you love him, you got to keep his commandments. Read.
And his commandments are not grievous.
And his commandments are not grievous. They're not hard, and they're not a bad thing to keep. They're not difficult to keep.
Right.
It'll be something easy for you to do. Right. So now let's get into some more. Come on, Bill, bro. Come closer, bro. It's not every time I speak, you kind of like back it off a little bit, bro. Hey, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna get into some more because you said 10 commandments. It's much more than 10 commandments.
Right.
We're gonna get one law, and then we're gonna get something that's going on. Give me Leviticus 21:5. And bro, let me ask you something. What's going on? What's the holidays that's going on? Like, what's going on?
As far as
Okay, so all of those that you just named, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter, are all of those biblical? You don't think Christmas is? So you don't think Christmas is biblical? What about Easter? Those are biblical? All right, bring that up.
Matthew chapter 26, verse 17.
Come through.
Hey, y'all boys, come over here and learn about your history real quick.
We know.
All right, you know, so what you gonna do about it? Read that.
Now the first day of the feast of unleavened bread,
The first day of the feast of unleavened bread. Read.
the disciples came to Jesus, saying unto him, Where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? And he said, Go into the city to such a man, and say unto him, The master saith, My time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house.
You will keep what?
I will keep the Passover.
I will keep Easter.
I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples.
So Christ follows the Passover. Show me in the Bible where Christ followed Easter. You won't find it. You won't find where Christ followed Thanksgiving.
Right.
You won't find where Christ followed Christmas.
Right.
These holidays are pagan.
That's right.
All of them. Not
Bring it out.
none of them in the scriptures are going to tell you how to keep God's laws.
Right.
And none of them are ordained from God.
That's right.
They're all ordained of man.
Right.
Colossians 2:8 real quick.
Bring it out.
Because one thing you got to understand, Robert, since we've been here for over 400 years in America, we've been lied to.
Right.
The truth has never come out.
Right.
Do you like being lied to? You don't like being lied to, right? So now we're going to bring some truth out to you.
Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware, lest any man.
Beware, what does that mean? What does the word beware mean? To be aware, okay. In this context, it's saying, it's giving you a warning. Watch out. Right. Read.
Beware, lest any man spoil you.
So God is giving you a warning. He's saying, watch out, lest any man spoil you. Read.
Through philosophy.
Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas. These are philosophies. Right. Read.
And vain deceit.
They don't mean nothing. They don't mean the spit that's on the floor.
Right.
Nothing. Read.
After the tradition of men.
After the traditions of man, because you can't find Christmas to celebrate Christmas in the Bible.
Right.
You can't find to celebrate Easter or Thanksgiving in the Bible.
Right.
Never commanded us to do that.
That's right.
After the rudiments of the world.
After the rudiments of the world, because that's worldly customs.
Right.
These are worldly things. That's why we got to study to show ourselves approved. That way we may go out and teach our brothers and our sisters.
Right.
That's why, Robert, you got to repent. Come back to your nationality and your heritage on this side to wake up your brothers and sisters that are still lost.
Right.
And not after Christ.
And not after Christ. Because what we just read, Christ followed Passover. He didn't follow Easter. That's not in the Bible. He didn't follow Christmas. He didn't follow Thanksgiving.
Right.
These are things that he did not follow.
That's right.
Christ came to teach us to keep God's laws.
Right.
Now let's get some ordinances on Passover because that's what's coming up. So now we're gonna give me Exodus chapter 12 real quick. Exodus 12, let's start off.
Exodus.
This is Passover. This is what Christ followed.
Right.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 1.
Bring it out.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. Meaning this is the new year. This is the beginning of all the months.
It shall be the first month of the year to you.
It shall be the first month of the year to you. Hold that. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 16. No, 16 and 1. Sorry. Because what you got to understand, the beginning of months unto you, unto the whole year.
Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 1. Observe the month of Abib.
That's what the month of Abib means, year of corn. It's the beginning of the year. Year of corn. That's when spring and everything starts budding and everything is beautiful. That's the beginning of the year.
Right.
Now go back to Exodus. Read. So that show you that Passover, it started on the beginning of the year, in springtime.
Right. Read. Exodus chapter 12, verse 3.
That's where they get the pagan holiday from, to mass Passover, to cover your eyes, to keep you in the dark.
Right. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers.
This is the ordinances of Passover. This is what we're doing to keep Passover. Read.
A lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto him number of his soul, every man
Jump down to
verse 7. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper doorposts of the houses.
So this is basically what's going on right now. He's explaining exactly how to go into Passover, because what happened to us in the land of Egypt was one of the plagues, that the destroyer was going to come and destroy the Egyptians. So we had to put the blood on a post so that he would pass over our houses and not destroy us. Hey, but bro, one thing you gotta understand, bro, Passover is our heritage.
That's right.
That we gotta keep.
Right.
Chapter 17.
Bring it out.
One thing you gotta understand is because we have broken our God's laws, this is the reason why we ended up in this place today.
Right.
The reason why we don't remember who we are. Bring it out.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4.
Bring it out.
Thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
So Robert, even you won't discontinue from thine heritage. What is the word discontinue? To stop. Exactly. Your inheritance will stop. You will stop remembering who you are, where you came from. All we remember is slave ships. That's all we. What is slave ships? So this. Bring that right there. I'm gonna use that in a second.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
So God will cause us to serve our enemies. Who was selling us on the offense? Who was selling us? Don't be scared. Okay, what happened? All people were selling us? No, that right there is false. But let's hold this one. Hold that one. Get this one. I'm gonna show you something. Because what you gotta understand is, okay, what you heard. Give me Luke, real quick. 70 AD. Luke 21 and 22. What you gotta understand, this is the sub-Saharan slave trade. This happened in the transatlantic slave trade. The sub-Saharan slave trade, we were sold by the Africans and the Arabs. They sold us to the white man. So what the misconception is, what they're gonna tell you is, oh, y'all sold each other. They want us to think we're African. Newsflash! So-called black man, you are not African.
That's right.
So that's why you gotta ask yourself this question. If we are Africans, why did no one came over here to say, hey, you know what? Let our people go. Hey,
Right.
You know what? Come back to Africa with us.
Right.
You gotta understand, we are not African, bro.
That's right.
They sold us to the white man.
Luke chapter 21, verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with
So
armies.
this is a prophecy that Christ was telling us. When we shall see Jerusalem compassed, that means surrounded with armies, with the Roman army.
Then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
Know that the destruction is near. Read.
Then let them which are in Judea flee
Let
to
them-
the mountains.
Let them which are in our land flee into the mountains. Where is the mountains? The mountains is what's supposed to happen.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto.
So what was going on right here? This happened in 70 AD. We fled into the mountains. And when we fled into the mountains, the Africans and the Arabs sold us to the white man.
Right.
Thus birthed the transatlantic slave trade.
That's right.
We didn't sell each other. I would, bro, think about it. If you my brother, would you sell me to somebody? No, you wouldn't do. That's not natural. You wouldn't do it.
Right.
So in understanding that, we as a people we fell upon curses because we broke God's law. How we gonna get through the rain? Y'all hold them up for a little longer. Deuteronomy chapter 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass,
It will happen. This is Moses speaking to the children of Israel in the wilderness.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
If we won't follow God's words, this is his voice right here, his laws.
to observe, to do all his commandments
We have to observe, we have to watch to do all of God's laws.
and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
And I still got to touch on that because you said 10 commandments. We're going to touch on that a little further. So you got to watch and do all his commandments, which was commanded to us this day.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Robert, is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? It's bad, right? Because the opposite of a curse is a blessing. If I said I bless you this day, that's a good thing. If I curse you, you're not going to fight. You understand what I'm saying? So a curse is a bad thing.
Verse 16, cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So cursed shall we be in the city. Wherever we fly. What city you live in right now, bro? What city is this? North Miami Beach. So are the blacks and the Hispanics, are they on top right now? Or are they in the ghettos and the slums? Are they cursed to have to wake up and work 9 to 5s? Have to pay their bills. If they don't pay, their lights getting cut off. Water getting cut off.
Right.
So in understanding that, we're cursed in the city.
Right.
Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And cursed shall we be in the field. When did this happen? Take a look at the signs. When did this happen? It happened in 1619. We were cursed in the field. We was cursed in the cotton field.
Right.
Cursed in the sugarcane field.
Right.
We had to do all these things in these fields, and we was out before the sun came up, and we came in after the sun went down.
Right.
That's a curse, bro.
Right.
Read verse 48. Jump to verse. Matter of fact, get 32. Let's prove that point real quick.
Verse 32,
Read.
thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Our sons and our daughters shall be given unto another people. You can see right here where they're killing our kids, where they're auctioning our children off. Our sons and our daughters shall be given unto another people. That's a curse that we fall under. As a people, we have to understand this book belongs to us.
That's
this is
right.
our heritage.
Right.
This is where we come from.
Right.
This book don't belong to everybody.
That's
Because
right.
Everybody don't fit these curses.
No.
Only we do. You understand? It's easy as 1, 2, 3, ABC. You just connect the dots, Robert. So now jump to verse 48.
Verse 48,
Who's done with that?
and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day
So
long.
our eyes gonna fail and look for longing with them all the day long. And what's gonna happen?
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
So we ain't gonna have no power in our hands. Not no economic power, not no military power. We ain't gonna have no power in our hands to do nothing about them taking our kids.
Right.
We cannot go and fight them with armies. We cannot go pay armies to go fight them.
Right.
We couldn't do nothing. So, have you ever seen 12 Years of Slavery? Django, Roots, anything like that? You never seen that? Well, brother, it's high time you watch some of that because that's our history. That's what happened to us. So we had no power to do nothing. We had no power to get our kids to deliver them from the enemy. Because why? We broke God's laws and we fell under curses.
That's right.
So now, give me verse 48.
Verse 48,
Now we're gonna come into this real quick. Read.
therefore shalt thou serve thine
The
enemies.
word therefore means because we broke God's laws, we're gonna serve our enemies. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Who sent them against us?
Which the Lord shall send against
So we
thee.
can't blame nobody else. We can't say, oh, it's their fault we're in this position. It's our fault. Because remember, Moses said that if we wouldn't follow God's laws, we would be put into the conditions that we are today. So in understanding that, the Lord sent the enemy against us because we chose to follow him.
In hunger
When we hungry,
and in thirst and in nakedness
and in nakedness
and in want of all things.
Robert, if you want anything, you gotta serve your enemies. It's a curse that you gotta wake up early in the morning to go work a 9 to 5 to buy you some food from the person that enslaved you and pay your bills to the person that enslaved you to go to school to learn the history from the person that enslaved you. That's a damn curse.
Right.
Bro, you gotta understand, bro, we cursed. As a people, we fall under curses.
Right.
Because we, for the want of all things, we gotta go to them. Right. We can't go. I can't go to Robert around the corner and say, "Hey, Robert, bro, hey, let me get 50 gallons of water for $20,000."
Right.
I can't do that. I can't say, "Hey, let me get 100,000 shirts for all my brothers down the corner," and your tags on the back gonna say "Made from Robert." It's not gonna say that.
Right.
It's gonna say "Made from Taiwan," "Made from China," "Made from anywhere else but your people."
Right.
You understand? So this is one thing you gotta let it marinate in your mind, because you have to wake up. Right. We out here to wake our people up. We're under curses.
Bring it out.
Finish that off.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So it says he shall put a yoke upon thy. No, continue. My bad.
Until he have destroyed
And
thee.
that's the second time it says he. Until he. So it says he shall put a yoke of iron upon our neck until he have destroyed us. Who is the he is talking about? Don't be scared. It's the white man.
That's right.
The white man has put a yoke of iron upon our neck. Take a look at the sign. The white man has sold our kids. The white man has destroyed us mentally. We have to go to the white man for water, shoes, clothes, food.
Right.
We gotta. God calls him our enemy.
That's right.
We gotta go to him in want of all things.
Bring it out.
And it's because we broke God's law.
Right.
So in understanding that, Robert, you gotta understand, as a people, we're mentally destroyed. So to get out of this mental estate that we're in, what do we have to do? Because we broke God's laws, what's the opposite? You have to what? You have to be reborn. I like that. You use that. I like that. You have to be reborn. Right. And how do you be reborn? Oh, hold on. All right. Hold on. All right. We're gonna touch on that real quick. Finish 68. Because get 68, finish that off, put the nail on the coffin, and then we're gonna touch on that. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it up.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So we're gonna be bought into Egypt again with ships. Do you know the history about when yeah, sorry about that. Go ahead, put it down. We shall be bought into Egypt again with ships. So the word Egypt means something in the Bible. When God says, when he says that, it means something. So when we were in Egypt, do you know the history about when the Israelites were in Egypt? No, you don't? We built the pyramids. Did we get paid for it? We didn't get paid for it, so what do you call it?
I was gonna say that, but I wasn't too sure.
All right, hey, bro, you got to understand, this is our history and it happened to us. We built the pyramids. We didn't get paid for it. We were in slavery. Read that.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2.
Read.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of
Pay
bondage.
attention, Robert. Don't worry about what's going on back there. Pay attention. Right now, that's the devil right now. You got to understand, this is, we bringing out your history right here. Right. In the Bible. You understand? They're not going to teach you this history. Nobody's going to teach you this right. So you got to pay attention, bro.
Right.
So understanding that, when God is talking about Egypt, he's talking about us being in a condition, in bondage. Read it again.
Exodus chapter 20 verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So bondage is synonymous to slavery. It goes hand in hand. So now get back to 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
And the Lord shall bring us into slavery again with ships.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
The same way Moses said it was going to happen in verse 15, that's the same way it happened.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
We will never see our homeland no more again. Where are we from? We're from, hold that. Yeah. 426. Because one thing you gotta understand is our homeland is not. It's not Africa. It's what? It's Egypt. Read that.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem.
But what?
But Jerusalem.
But where?
But Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. Jerusalem. Read.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
Jerusalem is the mother of us all.
That's right.
That's where we come from. Go back. We would never see our homeland again. Remember in the beginning I was telling you, if we were from Africa, why didn't the Africans say, hey, y'all free now, come on.
That's right.
Why didn't they mount up armies and come against America?
Bring it
out.
out.
Their people. We're not them. They know we're not them. Ask yourself that question. Throughout the 400 years that we've been here in America, why nobody stood up for us?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
And the Most High will bring us into Egypt again with ships. Who did that happen to? That was this time, right? We will be going into captivity again with ships.
Right.
We were taken from the west coast of Africa. We was taken from the west coast of Africa, and the ships went all around the world. Who did that happen to? That happened to us. Nobody can say, oh, this is our history. Nobody on the face of the earth, not the white man, give me Daniel 9:11. Not the white man, not the Chinese man, not the Arab, nobody, not the Japanese, East Indians, nobody can say we went into slavery on slave ships.
Right.
This is our history, bro. Yeah, right. Before you get
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 46.
Yes.
And they shall be upon thee.
So the day that it's talking about here is talking about the curses. The curses will be upon you, Robert. Read.
For a sign.
For a sign. What does a sign teach you? What does a sign show you? Well, I already told you. It shows you. It's a signifying marker, basically. Read.
And for a wonder.
And for a wonder. Whenever you wonder, damn, why my people on the bottom? Why we always on the bottom first five, last higher? Why we can't never progress as a people? Because the curses are going to be upon us for a sign.
And upon thy seed forever.
And upon our seed forever. As long as we continue to have kids, as long as we continue to procreate, it will be a sign upon them forever until we as a people wake up.
That's right.
That's what we out here doing. We're doing the work to wake up our people.
Right.
So in understanding that, this is one of the signs. That we get on the slave ships and that we be bought all across the world.
Right.
Nobody else been through that. Ask yourself these questions. Daniel 9:11.
Daniel chapter 9, verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
All Israel, those 12 tribes right there, has transgressed God's laws.
Right.
Read.
Even by the party, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us.
Robert, what we just read about the curse? We just read it. What we read about the curse? You got it. You got it. We just read it in the book. Moses was speaking to who? To the Israelites in the book of Deuteronomy. So we just reading about the curses in Deuteronomy.
And the oath that is written in the law of Moses.
Law of Moses, that's what we just read about the curses.
The servant of God, because we have sinned against him. He have confirmed his words.
He has confirmed it though. The words that were confirmed was that we was going to get on them ships.
Right.
That's what was confirmed. That we was going to have chains and yokes and iron put upon our neck.
Right.
That's what was confirmed. That our kids will be given away to other people. We can't do a damn thing about it. That's what was confirmed.
Which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem.
Nobody went through what we went through under the whole heaven. How? What does heaven cover? It covers everywhere. Nobody under the whole heaven has went through what we went through. We went through a great evil. Nobody on the face of the earth can say they've been on ships packed like sardines. Nobody can say they've been on been in chains, auction blocks, name change, language. Our whole heritage was taken from us.
Right.
Jeremiah 17:4. Our whole heritage was taken from us. As a people, when you think about heritage, what comes to your mind? Family, okay. Culture, all right. What else? The God you serve, the language you speak. Where your man roots come from. Your livelihood. So this was taken from us. Hey, how you doing, bro? You wanna come check out your history real quick? Well, whenever you got time, bro, check us out. Hey, bro, Robert, man, understand something, bro. Our main history, our main roots was taken from us. Our language, everything.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue.
You shall discontinue. Remember we read this. You're going to discontinue
from thine heritage.
You're going to stop from your heritage is going to stop. It's going to discontinue from God's laws.
Right. That I gave you. And I will cause thee to serve thine.
To do what?
To serve.
To what?
To serve.
To what?
To serve.
To serve thine enemies. God said he's going to cause us to serve our enemies. Right. And I'm going to ask you again, Robert, how are we serving our enemies today? Jobs? How else? We read it earlier. In the want of all things. Not just jobs. Bro, if you want a driver's license, you got to go to your enemy.
Right.
Bro, if you want education, if you want to go learn about this book right here, you got to go to your enemies. You understand? So understand something, Robert. The only way, you know what else?
This morning.
Bring it up, finish that off.
In the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
And because we kindle a fire in God's anger, which is going to burn forever until we as a people wake up. Until we wake up, that fire going to be there. We're going to be in this captivity. We got to wake up as a people.
Right.
So now, let's get Leviticus real quick. Laws? Yeah, let's get some laws out. Leviticus chapter 21.
Leviticus chapter 21.
What are you doing? What you was doing today?
I was gonna go get some food.
All right, hold on. I gotta give you this law, brother, because I love you. Hey, bro, the law say if we, as a people, if we love each other, we gotta keep God's laws. And to show that we love each other, we gotta keep God's laws. Read that.
Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 31.
Bring it out.
Get the Sabbath day first. No, get what the Sabbath is.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8.
Right.
Remember the Sabbath day.
So God said, remember the Sabbath day. So when is the Sabbath day, Robert? You not sure? All right, good answer. That's all right. The Sabbath day is a Saturday. The seventh day. If you look at your calendar, the day starts off on Sunday. So you got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Right.
The seventh day.
To keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor.
So 6 days will you work
and do all thy work.
When you do all your work, that means on the 6 days, you got time to do whatever you got to do. You got time to go to work. You got time to buy. You got time to do all of that in 6 days.
But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
In the Sabbath, you should do no work. You shouldn't be working on the Sabbath. You shouldn't do no servile work, no laborious work, no cooking, no cleaning, no buying, no selling. These are the ordinances of Sabbath.
Now, nor thy son, nor thy daughter. Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 31. Let the people of the land bring ware or any victual.
So nowadays, because back in the day they used to bring the items that they wanted to sell to you, but nowadays we go to them. This is what you call your stores, marketplaces and stuff like that. This is where you go to get all these things. Now we go to them to get all that. So now, read that.
And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of them.
No, we would what?
That we would not buy it of them.
So read a couple lines up on what day that happened on.
And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals,
When?
Any victuals on the Sabbath
On
day.
the Sabbath day. Remember the Sabbath, you got 6 days to do all your work and do all your labor. Sabbath fell on the 7th day, and it says if anybody will bring any ware or victuals on that 7th day that God made holy, what's gonna happen?
To sell, that we would not
We would not read.
buy it of them.
This is a commandment. If you love God, what you gonna do? You gonna keep His commandments.
That's right. That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath.
We would not buy it of them on the Sabbath. We would not go and we would not profane the Sabbath day and go buy and sell. We would not profane the Sabbath day and cook and clean and work. That's profaning God's holy day. Give me John 15:14.
Bring it on.
Because if we like I said, we can't call God and say, hey God, today I love you, yo. We can't give God a hug, send him a postcard.
John chapter 14
14 and 15.
verse 15. If he loved
Wait,
me,
the word if is a 2-letter word, but it holds great meaning, great value. It said, if you love him, read.
keep my commandments.
Do what?
Keep my
So
commandments.
if you love God, Robert, you gotta keep his commandments.
That's right.
If you love him. If you don't, you're gonna break them.
Right.
If you don't, you're gonna walk into that store and go buy and sell.
That's right.
So you gotta understand something, bro. Where do you stand? What you gonna do right now? After you walk from right here, where you going? Where you going, bro? What you gonna do? Because the law came out. You said you love God. What is it? What is it left? What you gonna do? Because the history came out. We've been lied to for over 400 years about who you were as a people, the God we serve, the language we speak. We've been lied to. So that go to show you, bro, it's something that you gotta do. You gotta be angry. That fire in you gotta be hot.
Right.
You gotta be mad that damn, I hate being lied to.
Right.
John chapter 8, verse 32. I hate being lied to. The truth is coming out to you now. What you gonna do? I'm waiting on you, because guess what? Every word that come out your mouth right now, from right here on in, from you hearing this history, bro, is being taken accounted for, bro. Read that.
John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth,
And you, Robert, is gonna know the truth.
and the truth shall make you free.
And the truth shall make you free. So you will hear this truth, and the truth shall make you free. Because when you read in Deuteronomy, you're mentally destroyed as a people.
Right.
Mentally, we're destroyed. And this truth is a medicine to our people that's going to heal us.
That's
That's
right.
gonna get us back right.
Right.
We got to keep God's laws, bro. It's either we repent or be destroyed in this place called Babylon.
Right.
Be destroyed in this place called America, bro.
Right.
You gotta understand what side you gonna stand on. You gonna stand on God's side, or you gonna stand on the side of the sinners? Give me give me the scripture. What's the scripture? Stand up. Bring that up.
Psalm chapter 94, verse 16.
Because Robert, one thing you're gonna understand is you're not here for no reason.
Right.
There's a reason why you're standing here listening to God's word.
That's
Read.
right. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Who will rise up for the Most High God?
Bring it out.
Against all these evildoers in this world.
Right.
Read.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Against the workers of sin. Who gonna stand up for God? Because on the Sabbath day, we see all the wickedness going on.
Right.
You know? That's why the sons of God stand out here to bring out God's word.
Right. Right.
Because we will stand up boldly for his law.
That's right.
Because we love God.
That's right.
Read.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Robert, who gonna do it? If it's not us, who? Because the Chinese don't love us.
Right.
The whites don't love us.
Right.
Africa don't love us.
Right.
You got to understand who gonna do it if it's not us.
Right.
God has made you a watchman. It's time that you repent, come on this side, go wake up your people.
Right.
It's time.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us, subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcast, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.